Trials aren't punishment, they're preparation.
James 1, 2-4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Question for you, Paul. When trials hit you, do you feel like I'm being punished? Or do you feel like they're preparing you for something coming?
It took a lot of maturation and growth with my mindset to see it differently. I think earlier on, and a lot of times it's easier to say trials are punishment, and they're punishment for something that I didn't do, meaning I didn't pray enough, or I didn't pray for that thing, or God must be punishing me because of something I did or didn't do in an action or a habit or whatever it is. Really started to understand that it is preparation for what's going to come next. Because if you think about different things throughout life, we can all relate to something where we couldn't understand why we were going through it in the moment. We couldn't understand the lessons that we had in store for it. But then if you look back on it, once you get past that, you're like, wow, that really did prepare me to help get through the situation, whether it be help prepare me to communicate or help me show up differently or help me see things differently. It all comes back to a different preparation. I feel like we just can't see it in that moment or see what it's teaching us or preparing us for.
Where James says, and we just read the verse, consider it pure joy because the testing of your faith produces perseverance. That flips everything, but it's hard to grasp. I think back to many things that I've been through that absolutely sucked at the time. We go back to it all the time, but the cancer is the first thing that comes to mind. When you're in it, you just don't understand. And not saying that I understand now, but I can say that trial, that's just one of many trials. Life struggles, marriage struggles as a child, that you don't understand at the time. And you think, oh, it's just me. Why am I going through all this? You look back, especially where I'm at now in life, and everything has made me who I am. And yeah, I've gotten through all those things. God has gotten me through them. Were they joyful? I guess you have to define joy. So at the time, they certainly don't feel joyful. But looking back on them, yeah, I see I can find some joy in those things because the result is the man I am today.
This episode is sponsored by Brotherhood Forged, our private coaching community for men who want to anchor their life in faith, family, and purpose. If you feel like you're drifting, we've been there too. This is where you reset the compass and surround yourself with brothers who won't let you settle. Join us inside. The link is in the show notes. Absolutely. I think it is challenging to think of it as being joyful, but also think it challenges your mindset and your relationship with God, where it's like, he's not against me, he's preparing me for this. And we always talk about, we always hear people say like, man, I prayed for opportunity, or prayed for patience, or I prayed for whatever it may be. You don't just get those things. You have an opportunity to develop those things or strengthen those things, but they don't just happen. Like, it's not a video game where I say like, oh, I want to turn up my patience to a 99, right? That doesn't happen. But I will get opportunities to test and prepare my patience through those opportunities. It may not feel joyful, but thinking what it can lead to can help make it feel a little more joyful, because they can feel very crushing when you're going through those things. But ask yourself, what is God trying to teach me? What is God trying to prepare me for? And look at it as more the glass is half full opposed to half empty, because you can go either way with it. You can really determine the outcome that you're going to have and the feelings that you're going to have for it based off how you see it and based off what you think could be next for you.
Be careful what you pray for.
Yeah.
As you mentioned that those pray for patience. He's going to give you lots of opportunities to practice your patience. Pray for resilience. He's going to give you those hard situations that you have to work through that aren't necessarily fun. So just be careful what you pray for. And you got to realize that your struggles typically are the things that, for me anyways, those have shaped my patience, my character, who I am. It really reframes everything. That fire, that difficult situation, it's not there to destroy us, but many people do let them destroy them, but it's there to refine you, refine me, you, everyone.
Well said, man. So if you're in trial right now, don't run from it, although it probably feels easier to do so, right? But sit there for a minute and reflect on this and ask yourself, what's God building in me through this? What lesson can I take away from this? What could potentially be on the other side of this that I'm more prepared for?
even though that might be hard to see, often impossible. There's some things that are unspeakable that can happen and are very difficult. The first one that comes to mind for me is you, Paul, losing your last child during pregnancy. It's hard to see that, right? It's hard to see that as a trial. I don't believe God did that to you, but he's going to help you get through it, if that makes sense. So my challenge would be, what's one trial in your life right now that it might actually be training you? I can think of several. Write them down and ask God to show you, what is this perseverance that you're trying to build in me? That's all I got for today, folks. Be blessed, y'all.
See you guys.